The head of the crime syndicate serves as the ultimate challenge in the second chapter of Split Fiction. This fantastic co-op exclusive game follows two writers, Zoe and Mio, as they navigate an adventure that shifts between fantasy and sci-fi themes. The focus of the second chapter is primarily on the sci-fi aspect. This video will show you how to take down the head of the crime syndicate in Split Fiction. Guide to defeating the head of the crime syndicate in Split Fiction. Introduction. After making your way up the SRI tower on stolen bikes, you'll encounter the chapter's final boss, the head of the crime syndicate. Instead of being on foot, she will be operating a high-tech tank. Once the cutscenes conclude, you'll still be on your bikes, ready for action. Boss fight. Taking on the head of the crime syndicate requires constant movement, and the game supports this approach. There's a lock-on feature, so you don't have to aim directly at the boss for your shots to connect. This mechanic works even if you're not facing her directly, but it's helpful to keep her in your line of sight. Additionally, don't hesitate to use your ammo. Blue orbs that replenish your supplies will be plentiful on the ground, so keep firing away. First phase. During the first phase, the head of the crime syndicate will be in her tank. She has 5 different attacks during this stage. Her tank will be in constant motion, and colliding with it will result in an instant defeat. She'll unleash machine gun fire aimed at your current position, so stay on the move to avoid getting hit. The tank can launch incendiary missiles. While these aren't directly targeted at you, they create hazardous zones upon impact. As the battle continues, more missiles will strike the ground, creating additional danger. You can either strafe around these areas or attempt to jump over them. She has the ability to unleash a barrage of projectiles in front of her, causing damage. As this phase comes to a close, she will call in 2 SRI aircraft to attack. In this scenario, one player can concentrate on taking down the VTOLs, while the other focuses on inflicting damage on the boss. Once the health bar is depleted, she will enter her second phase. In this stage, the tank will morph into a creature that resembles the Omnidroid from the original Incredibles film. Second phase. The machine will feature a circular head supported by 3 legs. During this head of the crime syndicate phase, you'll need to be extra cautious. While the 3 legs are your targets, avoid getting too close, as each step will create a damaging shockwave. Additionally, her attacks will still include incendiary missiles. A new threat in her arsenal is the tank's laser vision, which you should evade by constantly moving. These lasers will leave behind burning marks on the ground. Steer clear of them to avoid taking damage. After you destroy all 3 legs, the machine will topple over, revealing its core. The covers will unfold, creating ramps on either side for the 2 protagonists. Riding up these ramps will launch the biker into the air, giving them a chance to shoot blue projectiles at the boss's core. However, they must navigate around some expanding laser rings, which can be avoided by jumping over them. Typically, players can only reduce half of the health bar during their first attempt. After this, the boss will rise again and repeat the process. Stick to the same strategy, and you'll eventually take down the head of the crime syndicate, completing the second chapter of Split Fiction. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, share, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to turn that notification bell on to get all future updates.